On this vote, the yeas are 70, the nays are 29. The bill, as amended, passes.
There is good news coming out of Washington today, but it's still too early to celebrate. The Democratic-led United States Senate passed a $95.34 billion aid package for Ukraine, Israel and Taiwan, amid growing doubts about the legislation's fate in the Republican-controlled House of Representatives. The lawmakers approved the measure in a 70-29 vote that exceeded the chamber's 60% vote threshold for passage and sent the legislation onto the House. 22 Republicans joined most Democrats to support the bill. The Senate vote occurred before sunrise after 8 hardline Republican opponents of Ukraine held an overnight marathon of speeches that dominated the chamber floor for more than 6 hours. Democratic President Joe Biden has been urging Congress to hurry the new aid to Ukraine and United States partners in the Indo-Pacific, including Taiwan, for months. After Hamas's 7th of October attack on Israel, he also requested funds for the US ally, along with humanitarian aid for Palestinians in Gaza. Ukrainian officials have also warned of weapon shortages at a time when Russia is pressing ahead with renewed attacks. Both houses of Congress must approve the legislation before Biden can sign it into law. But the bill appears to face long odds of getting onto the floor of the House, where Republican Speaker Mike Johnson faulted it for lacking conservative provisions to stem a record flow of migrants across the United States-Mexico border. Nevertheless, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky took to the airwaves to thank every senator for voting to pass the bill and voiced hopes that the final decision in the House of Representatives would be positive. We've got positive news from the United States. The Senate has just voted to continue the support of our country and our warriors. This is a decision that we have worked very hard for, a decision that has been awaited not only by us, but by many other nations, particularly in Europe. The world is waiting for American leadership to remain steadfast and help protect lives and preserve freedom. This truly contributes to confidence and motivation. The legislation includes $61 billion for Ukraine, $14 billion for Israel in its war against Hamas, and $4.83 billion to support partners in the Indo-Pacific, including Taiwan, and deter aggression by China. It would also provide $9.15 billion in humanitarian assistance to civilians in Gaza and the West Bank, Ukraine, and other conflict zones around the globe. Unfortunately, this is not a fait accompli, as both houses of Congress must approve the legislation before Biden can sign it into law.